Excuse me. Pardon me.
Hey, sit down.
Hey guys, Alec Kubas-Meyer here. This week I wanted to talk about wasting time and not watching movies that are terrible. I talked about this a little bit in a previous video about negative reviews and terrible films and why would you want to waste your life watching, disgusting, horrible movies. This is in the same vein, except the movie wasn't really terrible, it was just useless. The other day, while I was covering the Fantasia Festival, I started watching a movie called The Dead Experiment. 12 minutes in, I shut it off. I think that it was the first time I'd ever done that. A lot of movies I've wished I'd walked out of, Cut, Leviathan, Policeman. I mean, I've seen some really, really terrible movies for this job. There have been times where I've just neglected to watch movies, but I never just shut it off. And that movie was 74 minutes, and I'm usually pretty forgiving of short films. Why not? And it was the most bland thing ever. And the acting was atrocious. And it just hit me that I have so many more things I could be doing with my life. And it's possible that the next 62 minutes saved it. The acting somehow went from to decent or something, but my time is a lot more valuable than what The Dead Experiment was giving. It wasn't worth my time, it's not worth your time. It made me think about why people stick through movies. And the reason I stick through movies is because I want to give basically everything a fair shot. A lot of people say, if you don't excite me in the first reel, although that's no longer really applicable, but anyway, the first 20 minutes or so, then I'm probably not gonna like the movie, whatever, I'm done. And I've seen movies that I didn't really like for the majority, that then grew on me towards the end, or that, clicked somewhere halfway through. But I've never seen a movie that I've hated, or one that just seemed so useless, and then liked in the end. I've watched a lot of useless movies, and I'm looking back and I don't know why. And I feel like this is me having a revelation that everyone else had a long, long time ago, because most people don't sit through movies that they don't particularly like, especially if they're watching by themselves. It's not like I was watching this as part of a group and other people around me were like, oh yeah, we should keep watching this. It was just me. Why am I wasting my time? I can watch better movies. Instead, I watched Missionary, which was good. For a moment, after I turned off The Dead Experiment, I was just done with indie films. It sucked all of my love of movies out of my body. I really had to force myself to watch Missionary. And it's sad that there are movies like that. You see a bad movie, or a bland movie, and you're just like, why am I doing this? And it's a general statement. It's not why am I wasting my time watching The Dead Experiment, it's why am I wasting my time watching movies? And that's not something I ever want to feel. I love movies. I love writing about movies. There's no reason I should be regretting what I'm doing. But for that time, I was regretting it. And that was kind of scary, actually. Going forward, I'm definitely going to, be willing to just shut a movie off if I don't think it's good. If I don't think it's worth my time. And if you've ever watched a movie and been like, yeah, I'll stick it out, and then been disappointed by the end or whatever. Why? If you go to a theater, I can understand you spent money, whatever, but time is money too, You could be doing something else. You could be writing the next great American novel in that 30 minutes at the end of some bad movie. Go write the great American novel instead of watching bland things. I hope you enjoyed the video. I do one of these almost every week, so you should definitely subscribe to our channel. That should be over here somewhere. If not, there's down here, the red button. Thanks, guys.